Hello, this is the December tarot reading for Capricorns for the month of December 2016. This is a general slash love slash life slash whatever comes up in the reading. I hope that you enjoy and can appreciate it. I'll go ahead and get started. At the very center of the deck, we've got the Strength card. And as the overarching message for the reading, we've got the Ten of Cups. So with the Strength card, we often need something to cling to keep us focused, staying on the straight and narrow. Often, the advice of the Strength card is to cling to something of virtue, within. Or to a higher power, trust, faith, hope, all the virtues. So I think with the Ten of Cups here, I think it's trying to say to you here to remember how good it's going to be. Stay focused on that desired outcome, whatever it is that you're staying strong for, whatever it is that you're taming yourself for. Just remember that it's all for that desired ultimate happiness. So it is a virtuous goal. It is crossed here, or the Strength card at the center of the reading is crossed by the Hermit card, which is the next card along from the Strength card. So it's showing here that with your persistence and show of strength and diligence to your goal, you will actually become more enlightened yourself and become more powerful as an individual. Literally as an individual, the Hermit stands alone and looks to his own inner guiding light to live, for want of a better use of words. But yeah, that's basically his whole gig, is to look, that's how he finds his success, is by looking within and seeing if it makes sense to him internally, to his higher self, to his higher ideals. So you really seem to be refining yourself this month. Definitely some sort of refineries going on within you. So it's like polishing a diamond at the moment, I think. Get that kind of energy from these two cards. In the past, we've got the Tower card, accompanied by the Queen of Swords. So there could have been some very harsh words said by a very Queen of Swords type character around you that has led you to some sort of truth or awareness that you really weren't expecting. She could have given you some bad news. She could have just told you the truth. What you needed to hear, though, most likely, with the Tower card being there, it talks about something that you needed to know. She may not have been very, or the way it came to you anyway, it did really rock your world. You could have had a disagreement with her, or you could have simply you could have broke up if you were together, or you yourself could have made a decision to leave a relationship that just really was not serving your higher purpose, wasn't serving your inner truth. And the Justice card showing up as the outcome card of the reading does speak to, again, your inner truth. And then with the Six of Swords there, taking a new journey. You are, with them being major arcanas, yes, this is a change that is going to put you on a brand new path in terms of you understanding who you are and what makes you happy and what you really want, and fighting for what actually makes you happy. and having the awareness that you're going to need to move away from something in order to achieve that. Whether it be moving away mentally, just thinking about things differently, or literally having to move away from a relationship, or job even. But with the Judgment card showing up here as to what's most prevalent in your mind, you are thinking about new beginnings. You are looking at, again, your heart, I think, it's accompanied by the Four of Cups. So you're looking to see, what really makes you happy, what's really in your heart. Yeah, that's what this is really all about, this reading, with the Ten of Cups as well showing up as an overarching energy. This reading seems to be saying more and more, like, look in your heart. We've got the Strength card, we've got the Hermit card, we've got the Justice card. We've even got the Death card showing up here, And then right at the base, we've got the Two of Swords, which comes down to decisions, and it's the decisions that we make from the heart, where we're blindfolding ourselves, we're holding our swords just in position to protect ourselves while we take the time to think about our emotions and how we actually feel and really listen to what's going on within. So yeah, knowing what you're fighting for, like, that's really what this is about. Like, really knowing what you're fighting for. Keep that strength going, whatever it is you're fighting for, whatever it is you're trying to stay strong for. It's saying here, just focus on that. Stay focused on that, because it will bring you happiness, and that's ultimately what you're trying to achieve here, is that ultimate goal of happiness. You see yourself as the Page of Swords. This Page of Swords card is clarified by the Ten of Coins. So you could be thinking like, yeah, I'm really worth it. I'm really worth, I'm really worth putting all this hard work in for, that you yourself feel. And this may be a brand new way of thinking. You may not have really thought about things that way before. As in, you're worth it, and you getting your own self-esteem, and you're also very focused on laying foundations for yourself. So where the Tower card may have shaken your foundations, you're now focused on the Ten of Cups, on the Ten of Coins here, to start laying some foundations, because ultimately you know that you're worth it. You're focused more on family now as well. You're thinking more in terms of, how can I benefit my family? How can I look after my family? And be there more for my family? How can I lay foundations? How can I, make the right investments and the right choices now to support my family, or to support my vision of family for the future? And that's really this. That's what your whole way of thinking is now about. Like, you're just focused on security, and having that that happiness and security in your love life, family life, and possibly even work situation. We've then got you being perceived as the Death card. So people really do see that you've done it. It's also clarified by the King of Rods. So people really do see you making this massive change. They see this massive transformation. They might not even recognize who you are anymore. Like, you've completely changed. You're a completely different person. And they also recognize or feel that it's a permanent change. Like, you're not going back. They can see that it's a change that you've made within yourself. And you're quite, you're quite Five of Wands about it. Like, you're quite convicted, or convinced of your new path and your new, mode of operandus, like the way you now conduct yourself. It's a conscious decision that you've made to actually find the happiness that you're looking for, and you're not going to give up for anyone by the looks of it. It's accompanied by the King of Rods. Yeah, just taking charge of your life basically, and also growing up a bit, because King of Rods does talk about being like pretty much, there's the king of the suit, so it's quite grown up card. There's not much more growing up after that really. So you could be just maybe becoming more of an adult. People might see you as, finally becoming that man for your family, or you yourself, if you're a woman, just becoming more in control of their destiny. We've then got the Page of Cups. As to your hopes and fears, accompanied by the Seven of Swords. So you could be hoping for a brand new beginning in love. You could be a bit unsure about this new step that you're taking because it is so brand new. But it looks like you're hoping for a brand new beginning in love. You want to even do love differently. You want to start over. But you are definitely looking for that connection. You could be fearing that you can't trust the person you're with. The person you're with may be a lot younger than you, or just younger than you. And that you may feel like you have to kind of be clever to win them. Like you have to put in quite a lot of effort to keep them. So that's just come out kind of out of nowhere. But yeah, so I might have to come back to those two cards, sorry. That's kind of thrown me a bit, because brand new love that you want there, but then it's accompanied by the Seven of Swords. It's as if you're thinking that you need to be sneaky, like you can't just be yourself in love. You need to kind of be like clever about it, and strategic and cunning to get your love. And maybe that's what you're fearing. You could be fearing that you can't trust anyone in love. Like you just might feel like you're too loving, and therefore are not being savvy, like getting caught up in your emotions. And maybe you're worried about getting caught up in your emotions. And kind of throwing caution to the wind, as the Page of Cups would do. Or you could be, there could also be a lot of communication going back and forth between you and your partner, where you're trying to talk them into being with you, or they're trying to do that to you. But they're being quite clever about it. I don't really see anything sinister, to be honest. Not really sinister, but especially with the Ten of Cups in the reading, and so much other positive kind of messages that have come through. I don't see it as that negative, but I do see it as something to watch and to curb a little bit, and just know that we're all lovable. Every single last one of us is completely 150% lovable from our head to our toe, and we don't have to sneak around and be clever. Although we do have to be wise in love. That's probably what would be better than being cunning. Just be wise in love. That might help to keep things balanced in that area. But as we said before, we've got the outcome card as the Justice card, accompanied by the Six of Swords. So yeah, you definitely seem to be, as we said before, just kind of becoming more aware and certain of where you want to go and what you want to do, and you're moving towards that. Basically, you see that as well as a more peaceful option for you. You feel much happier knowing that you're moving in this direction now. You do. So that could be applied to work, or love. Definitely, love definitely popped up in the reading. That was definitely. I mean, we've got 1, 2, 3 cup cards, and a lovely 10 of coins card here. The strength card also being there. You could be wanting to tell the world that that you're in love, or tell the world that you know what you want, and whatever you had before is not making you happy. So I think I said that at the beginning of the reading, didn't I? But yeah, you want to tell the world what's in your heart, and you're telling everyone, I'm not happy and I want something else. And so you're now fighting for that new way of thinking with the Page of Swords, 10 of coins, accompanying that. Like, you're now thinking, no, I don't want the 4 of Cups. I want the 10 of coins. I want the 10 of Cups. And that's what I'm fighting for. And that's what you're not going to give in for anything. You're not going to give in for anyone or anything before you achieve that goal. And everyone can see that. If you are pursuing somebody, you could be pursuing a water sign. Most definitely. Which could be a Cancerian, younger person than you. Cancerian, Pisces, or Scorpio. Or possibly you could be being pursued by a fire sign male. Fire signs being Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius. Yeah, it could definitely be a Leo here involved in the picture. Or possibly even a Virgo. So you could have a very strong Leo in your chart, and your partner could have a very strong kind of Virgo energy there. I didn't talk about the 5 of Swords here, and the the Page of Rods. So again, yeah, the Page of Rods is supporting the whole new energy. You're pursuing a whole new way of thinking, and it looks like as well here that you're quite decisive. Swords have come up. You've got the 2 of Swords, Page of Swords, 6 of Swords, 7 of Swords, 5 of Swords in the reading, and the Queen of Swords. Yeah, you're very decisive. You're definitely using your power of thoughts and thinking to pursue your goals. You're possibly being quite ruthless as well about what you want, with the King of Rods here as well. People see you as quite ruthless, willful, but see this change in you. And you are going full steam ahead, and you're not worrying about what others think or anything. You just want to get what's yours. And you want to get what you're dreaming of, which I think is this 10 of Cups. And 10 of, you want that security. You want that happy family. And that's what you're going towards. And there is a brand new beginning here. You know, if it is a new relationship that you're looking towards, it doesn't seem like anything cemented. It's like you're starting the journey in December. You're strategically even thinking with the Seven of Swords here as how you can pursue and move forward. So I don't see anything happening right now. Like nothing's being secured right now, but the changes needed to get there are taking place now. And all you've got to do is stay focused. And the more you stay focused, the more and more refined and better you'll get at being focused. So yeah, hope that helps. Any questions, let me know. Take care. Bye.